you've got me really juiced up for smash and pass because you said you had a hard time finding what you wanted to smash. I had a hard time actually deciding what to pass.
Wow.
So this has me all hopped up now. I'm ready to go. So
So in this segment, Smash or Pass, we do it every episode now.
Mm-hmm.
We look at basically the brand that we're talking about, and we look at what is available to buy new on the internet from that brand, and we decide the pieces that we would have sex with and the pieces we would not have sex with.
Right.
And that is our kind of live assessment of the assortments.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's start it. Let's start this bad boy going.
So since you, I had the harder time with pass, we'll start with my smash. We'll ease into it, start easy. This is the one that I didn't have a ton of trouble with, right? So, and I think you're going to argue with me here, and I'm excited for it.
I can't wait!
Here is the piece from Vetements that I want to smash. This is a distressed sweater, like crew neck, kind of in between a crew neck and a mock neck sweater. A lot of heavy distressing along the bottom, the cuffs and the hem. And then at both the front and back, you have this classic tongue-in-cheek Vetements embroidery that says at the front, Jesus loves me. And I think it's at the back, Jesus loves you too. And this very like cutesy bubble letter type of thing. And I really like the juxtaposition of the thrashed sweater with the Jesus embroidery.
And this is kind of feels very iconically Vetements. This is the kind of thing that lit the fashion world on fire because this graphic looks like something that came from from the evangelical South in the 90s, and you found it in in like a Goodwill.
Yeah, this is exactly what you would see in those memes where it's like the first frame is like, go to Goodwill. That's where they have the heat, is what everyone says. And then the next frame, they pull this off the rack, and it's like sad trombone, like.
Yeah, exactly. Killing, can you show me the on fig again? And it is what he described it. So if you guys are listening, you got to see. And what's the material?
I was just wondering that. I'm sure they say it somewhere here. Description. It is 100% wheat.
100% wheat.
What is wheat? I have to imagine that's wool.
Yeah. Let's guess that it's wool. I don't despise that sweatshirt. I don't know. You thought I would.
I thought you weren't going to like it, but I'm glad you're with me here to some degree here. It is pure
100% wool. Yeah. I like, even if it's corny, I do really like that kind of distressing. I think it kind of looks cool. I think the silhouette of it is good. I mean, realistically, would I ever spend $2,000 on this? Not
me. Oh, God, no. No. Hell no.
Hell no. But I think it's cool. What did you have?
But this is like infinite money glitch, right?
Yeah.
In a perfect world, what are we buying? It's the Jesus sweater for me.
Yeah. Infinite money glitch.
You had a harder time with Smash.
Okay.
Well, I want to see your pass first. We're staying easy here, okay?
Sure. Click on my pass.
Let me pull up Christian's pass. We've got an Essence link here. I'm very excited.
Maybe I should.
I almost picked this. I almost picked this for my pass. Here we go. Tell us about it.
Bing, bing, bing. All right. We have a model in a black t-shirt, kind of iconic Vetements oversized black cotton t-shirt with a oversized print that looks a little ugly or something. It's the anarchy symbol on this tee, a little off center.
It's an upside down anarchy symbol.
Here's my thing about it. I think for $700, I think wearing a shirt with the anarchy symbol on it, ironically or whatever the hell, is kind of yucky. It's kind of yucky. I mean, anybody who actually believes in anarchy is probably mental. Yeah. But I usually associate it with, I don't know, revolution, punk rock, something like that. And that feels distant from the reality of this t-shirt. And I
Yep.
just don't think this works for me.
Yeah, I think I almost picked this for my pass as well because it feels like the most base level of their tongue-in-cheek ironic designs. Like
Yeah.
they level up from here, and there are different levels of depth to it and different ways you can appreciate or not appreciate it. This one just kind of is. It's just there. It's kind of like either you're like, oh, that's really lame, or you're like, heh,
Eh,
the tiniest chuckle,
you did, but for $700, I'm gonna need a much bigger chuckle.
You need a much hardier chuckle than
Oh,
this.
a chortle. I need a
And
chortle.
okay,
So
here's
this
the
was my
thing.
pass.
Yeah, and this is another thing that I have, and this kind of opens up a bigger can of worms. But when you combine the $700 price with the Portugal thing,
Made in Portugal.
I
Uh,
think there is like a factory or set of factories in Portugal that make all of these t-shirts and hoodies for all of these brands.
yeah.
It it's tough. It's tough for me sometimes, you know?
Well, if you guys want to watch, I did that Rue Porter v. Hyder Ackerman
Yes.
video, and I made that assessment. I don't even know if it's a good bad, but I think that is a reality. Yes. What do you want to share? What you are passing on
Here's my
before we get to
pass. And
our
now
smash?
here is the thing. You may disagree with me here too. I could see you saying that you want to smash this just out of pure, ridiculous.
Spite.
Oh, hold on. It pulled up a
Oh.
thing trying to get me to log in with like my full name on it. Close that tab. Okay. All right, here we go. There's my pass. It is a like North Facey kind of puffer jacket with these little green man alien print things. Basically the type of thing that you see at like every head shop. Just like that stereotypical alien head all over on this big puffer. What do you think?
Well, I don't know if it's because you set me up for it,
Mm-hmm.
but I love little green aliens.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's funny, Like it's just an idea that I do really like.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I do want to smash this.
And this is
But
why I had so much trouble with the pass, because every single thing I found that I was like, yeah, that doesn't look good, I could still see why they
why?
made it. Yes.
Yeah. That's kind of a part of it. And that's a part of the thing is like definitely mid 2000s when Vetma was taking off, it was like all the simpletons who were like, that's not a suit and tie. Why would you wear it? And everyone else who was like, I think it's very compelling how they're taking what I imagine somebody growing up in Georgia in like the 80s. These are the influences, these are the aesthetics you would see. And I don't mean America, I mean the USSR. And then applying that to this like kind of galaxy mind, like fashion construction, like and like I understanding all of that, I'm like, okay, this is interesting.
Right.
And that is kind of the grain of salt for a lot of the Vetmont designs is like, is it ugly? But it's also kind of like fun in how silly it is. Like this is kind of fun.
So, and I think that's what I reverted to when I couldn't find anything. I was like, okay, I'm just going to accept that I understand what they're going for. I'm just going to pick the thing that I'm like, could never wear it. I just can't. You know what I mean? All right. So
go to some of my
smash.
I have more than one link, so we should look at all of them.
Okay, here we go. Oh, here we go. We were kind of just talking about these, weren't we?
So I kind of, when I was looking initially, I was kind of like, I don't really know what to pick.
Yep.
Because like, initially, all the Vetma stuff was like, I couldn't have sex with it,
Right.
So I picked these simply because if I was doing the infinite money glitch, it would be great to have a new pair of Italian-made leather combat boots with the front zip.
The zip is what does it. Yeah.
But other than the front zip and kind of the combat-ish stuff of it, I don't know if these are particularly very Vetements. I
Right.
don't know if these are for any reason better than, say, an Andy Meister, a
Hmm.
Guidi, a Rick,
Yeah.
or any other Yoji, other people who do black boots like this.
Yeah.
Like maybe I would ultimately want those over this.
Yeah. I think the things that connect this to Vetements for me are like the police nature of it.
Uh-huh.
Like, I think they even call
And
them the
Demna
police
loves the
combat boots.
police.
So I think that element, and also just they have like a harsh starkness and darkness to them that
Starkness and darkness.
exactly. I think they fit in, but they also don't scream Vetements, you know?
No. Go to my
They're
other
good
ones.
boots.
They're good boots. Those will almost certainly be sexy boots.
I get it. I get it. Good pick. Good pick. All right. I want to see this other one.
Yeah, click them up. Click them up.
One more. One more. Here we go.
What did
Yeah.
I pick? What did I pick? Oh, so in case in point, and I guess I got all my links from Essence, but this is this
Yeah.
is the diffusion line.
And I
And
also love this piece.
I looked at this and I said, that takes something that feels very Vetements,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's pretty cool.
For
So
those
what we're looking
listening,
at on
yep.
screen, everybody listening, it's essentially a trucker like Type 3 Levi's jacket in design. The top half and sleeves are black leather. The bottom half is washed like bleached denim. And the model shows that if you were psycho enough, you can
Yep.
take the bleached denim part off and just wear it as a cropped little sexy leather outfit. But
And
I
it's a look.
know, but Killian and I, unfortunately, both know better than to wear anything that sexy in leather on the internet,
Right.
because there are people who
Dangerous. Dangerous.
really like it.
Yep.
But just ultimately, the reason I said this is a smash for me is
Mhm.
it is kind of hitting those Vetements things. This is
Mhm.
it's like the ramming two pieces together in a way that feels a little more crude,
Yeah.
deliberately crude than say
Yeah.
Sakai would do. But it also feels very like tapped into kind of Americana, like Americana by the USSR fashion sense. I
Yeah.
think that this is like kind of a Vetements piece. The only thing I would
That's
ask for is maybe make it bigger, just like
I
huge.
feel yeah, I would really like that, but I think that you make a great point that this absolutely looked like if you asked somebody like a European or someone who's never been to America to like design an American piece, and you're just like, and you like put these in a blender, and this is what pops out, right?
Yeah, and then they end up making something that it's like Sacha Baron Cohen Bruno, where it ends up being a leather crop top jacket.
Right,
So
right.
it's like you didn't do you. That's not America.
That's still very European, okay? Crop
Yeah,
tops are not American.
but I thought that was a cool piece, so that's
Yeah,
why I wanted to have
that's cool.
sex with it. That's why it was a smash.
So we've reached pretty much the end of the show,
The
but before we
edge.
go real quick, I just want to make sure like Al has been in here just popping off. Good
Yeah.
thoughts, interesting thoughts. Guram, from what I hear, was uninterested in evolving the brand past streetwear, which is why Demna abandoned the company. Yeah, I mean,
Tell me where'd you hear that from? Who told you? I mean,
Al, who told you?
if Grum, let's just call him Grum. Does he have like a background in like business? Like
I think so.
I'm sure they're both very creative. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just feel like your brother, you're almost certainly kind of have like close knit energy with him. But I am kind of surprised by that, because it's like they're not feuding, right? This isn't like there's no I don't know. Maybe there
Not
is
that I
drama,
can tell. But I
but
mean, it may be from a design perspective, what they're trying to do was maybe different. But I will say on that note, the most recent Vetements collection that I'm showing on screen right now is one of the best collections I think Vetements has ever done. Just
it
taking
does slap.
their codes to the nth degree. Everything's just like a 16XL sized.
Yeah. What I said to Killy Billy about this collection was it feels a lot like Comme des Garçons mainline runway, in that this is like an exploration of a lot of the Vetements things, but
Yeah.
where wearability isn't even a question. It's all about kind of exploring design to extreme extent. And I really feel like this collection, more than like even what Demna is doing at Balenciaga, which still has to sell and need to be wearable and make sense, a lot of these pieces feel like this is like what Vetements is. It's like this a grotesque like contorting of what clothes are.
Exactly.
And we're flipping through these pictures, but you guys can like look up the spring summer 2024 to see what we're talking about. It's just there are a lot of garments that are warped beyond recognition, but shaped into this, bizarre, compelling silhouette. And I agree. There is something superb about this collection. The question is, why aren't people talking about it more? I don't know.
Sure.
But
although, it's popping off. I've noticed a shift literally just in the past few days since this came out. I think there's a New York Times front page. I think not like front page, but like in the front page of like the style section or whatever.
Below the fold?
Yeah.
Okay.
Big story. So I think there's something happening there.
Maybe. I mean, that was on High Snobiety.
High Snob always got their finger on the pulse. Absolutely original content.
Absolutely original, never taking ideas from my videos. And that's why I'm not making videos right now, guys. I can't stand losing the thieves. I can't stand giving bad people good ideas.
We got a comment, not sure what the brand stands for these days, past clubwear.
I mean, admittedly, I kind of like one of the things that I first think of, and maybe it's just because the boyfriend of a friend I was just talking about, but when you say Vetements, I think like ketamine and like, we need to get you help. What are you doing?
Yes.
You know, like
okay?
There has always been a component of it where it's like, it was like apparel for the people who like, say like a young rapper who was signed too early and the evil label gave him like $100,000 in bills and they went to spend it on something too expensive and audacious and stupid. And that's what you wear. You wear Vetements because it's expensive and it is a big middle finger. But does that make it just club clothes now? Because those are the types of people who go to clubs.
Right.